The final nail in the coffin, as someone has told me 2 hours ago by giving me a lot of information that has just recently surfaced. First off, before I actually continue with the story, I just want to say a big thank you for the last video I uploaded yesterday, which really caught me off guard. I uploaded that, and looking at how well my videos have been doing recently, which is not really good. Some will get probably like 6 or 7 views, others will get nothing. But the last video I uploaded, which got, within 17 hours, 83 views, that really caught me off guard. I was not expecting that. That really cool. So I want to give a big special thank you to you guys for liking the video, and I wasn't expecting on making another Suzy Lou video so early. I did intend, I mean, I had a feeling I would be making another video on her at some point, but for right now I wanted to wait. I wanted to let it accumulate and let stuff keep on going. But then I spotted something which I got from a comment, someone who left me a comment on my channel. I am not going to, actually you'll be able to find it anyways, that's good. The comment by a guy called Rika Tomo, or girl, I have no clue. But this person has told me that they have exclusive information for me, which is that she's now posting her reactions on her own site, which is suzylou.co.uk. And she recently removed from hosting server to Abello, which ignored DMCA claims. So she is willing to keep it illegal. Also, she is hiding behind Cloudflare 2. I don't know what that is. I don't even know what Abello is. Although, I think Abello is... What is Abello, actually? Okay, I don't know what Abello is, but apparently I've just googled it and it's taken me to a fucking beekeeping place. So, that is absolutely useless to me. She is also blocking people left and right on her Twitter. And that's something I'm gonna have to do. Of course, I thanked the guy for the information, and I also pointed out that there's probably a good chance that I will make another video. And then replied, sending me a tweet from a Dakar Alatriz, which reads as such. Just for everyone's information, this girl's website can also be claimed by copyright owners through DMCA notifications addressed to her domain name's register and hosting provider, in this case at GoDaddy UK. And then there's an image as well. Well, I think it's safe to say Suzy Lou is fucked. Active Patreons! As promised, we have been working on the VIP package since December, and now it's here. You will receive an email in the upcoming days on how to redeem your codes to join as a VIP on the website. Have a great Tuesday, folks. Naruto coming later. Yes, like problem with that, your Patreon is gone. Your Patreon has been shut down. And not only that, but you have now gotten a taste for what you have put other YouTubers through by showing your face, which you claim to have the copyright to, which is bullshit. I mean, as they proved on an episode of Red Dwarf series, what was it, 11 or 12? It was this episode. Due to a copyright claim by UK TV, I cannot show this little bit, so I've had to put the video back into my editing program, cut it out, and put this in. Even though I could have sworn the clip I was using fell under fair use. It was a clip of Series 11 of Red Dwarf Episode 4, which is the episode I was talking about just a second ago. And I could have sworn the clip... I used the clip to make my point about how you don't have copyright to yourself, because in that episode there is a scene where Lister discovers... Lister remembers selling his genome to a company for half a packet of fags, which is basically half a packet of cigarettes, and Crichton, the mechanoid, pointing out to him that he doesn't own himself, that someone else has the copyright to him. That was what I was trying to put out there. That's what I was going for. And apparently, because I featured a clip from Red Dwarf, the UK TV company just copyrighted, and the video got blocked worldwide. Okay? I could have sworn it fell under fair use for what I was using it for, to make a point. Also, you couldn't have just put a copyright claim on it and just left it at that. Like, because, I mean, like, if the video did eventually get monetized, you guys could have basically claimed all the revenue I would have made from this video. Nope, you decide to basically just block it worldwide. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. But, anyway, yeah, that was the point I was trying to make. Let's continue with the rest of the video. That quite clearly proves... I mean, then again, he did cross it, but the point still stands. You do not own the copyright to your face. Okay, that is just stupid and bullshit. Even a lawyer will explain that to you. Because that's not... If you took that argument to the court of law, it wouldn't stand up. I'm sorry, love, it would not go down. I own the copyright to my face. Technically, no, you don't. You don't. And not only that, but Steejo, her boyfriend, on May the 4th, tweeted this out. She didn't say anything about anyone's appearance. Wanna fucking bet? Tell that to Becky Boop. Personally, I see no problem with criticizing people's life choices. I see a problem with insulting things that people can't change about themselves. Oh. Yeah, two things. One, your second point is just hypocritical. And two, it's contradictive. There was a lady called Becky Boop who used to do YouTube, and she was a gamer, I believe. She did streams. I honestly don't really know. But she went onto Tipster's channel and for an interview about her dealings with Suzy. Check this out, because yeah, you might want to see this.
Well, the two big ones were always cleavage and weight. Always making fun of my weight. And this, luckily I'm a pretty strong person, so knock on wood, I got through it just fine. But my weight was always a sensitive issue because I actually struggle with an autoimmune condition that at the time I was doing YouTube was actually disabling for me. So while I was going through that, she would just keep attacking me for my weight. And unfortunately, my weight in large part is due to the medications I take to control that autoimmune condition. So some of it is beyond my control. It was really hurtful. Not even so much that like, oh, somebody's calling me fat, I'm gonna cry about it, but more hurtful that somebody could just be so nasty to somebody else and try to get their followers to follow suit. That really took a lot of the fun out of YouTube for me, and ended up being part of why I left.
So that is very, very serious. And not only that, but I'm pretty sure many people would agree that that's what we call being an absolute bitch. Actually, I think some probably even take it even further and say that's what we call being an absolute cunt. You want to take it even further? A bitchy cunt. And tons of other people are revealing so much about Lucy. And why do I keep calling her fucking Lucy? So many people are bringing up information on Suzy and all of her dealings. And it's nuts. I mean, the level of fraud and deceit and manipulation, especially manipulation to her own subscribers, her own followers, that is just... No. No. It's official. She needs to be fucking stopped. Yesterday, after I had made my video, I watched a bunch of other videos on Lucy Liu. I called her Lucy Liu again, didn't I? I think, you know what, I don't give a fuck anymore. I watched a bunch of other videos, and apparently, what happened to Suzy's channel was, it got terminated. It got flagged, well, it got 3 copyright strikes. By, who was it? I think TV Tokyo? I think it was TV Tokyo. I cannot really remember. I might have to go find the video and recheck it again. But her channel got 3 strikes and it was terminated. And then she came and when she found out, she called up her YouTube partner, who was on holiday at the time, and then they got her channel reinstated. Sorry, are you paying your partner or something? Are you paying this guy to make sure your channel remains? Not only that, but let's see if I can't find it, actually. What? Can't say I've ever heard of the... Can't say I've ever heard of the anime company. And then just a random bunch of... Is that someone's serial code? No, that's actually a company. I don't... It could be Martian. It could potentially be Martian. You never know what language they speak. If it smells like a snake, looks like a snake, and quacks like a snake, then it's probably a duck in a snake suit. What? Yeah, this is something they have been doing. Both Suzy and her boyfriend Stejo. All these copyright claims that are getting attached to their video and having those videos taken down. They're calling these people, and they're calling them copyright trolls. They are not trolls. They are legitimate companies, which you are watching their videos start to finish, which, in honesty, for a reaction video, is fine, but the way you're doing it is wrong. And it's not fair use. Not even close. I mentioned this in the last video that I uploaded yesterday. This isn't fair use. Fair use is like Mr. Psycho or Little Karibo or Daz, the videos Daz Games makes in his Daz Watches series. That they are reaction videos. You're watching the video start to finish, but you're also criticizing it. These people are fucking morons. Seriously. Looks like I also got hit by this copyright troll. 19 strikes, all coming from account deleted. Yep, not suspicious at all. This is just... Yeah, if I'm honest, this right here, many people would be considering this justice. Ha ha ha. Oh, I remember that fucking thing. Hey, how about that? Suzy's made a reaction to... has made a tweet to Joe about his video. To all my reaction channel friends, take note. This is a person going around false striking reaction channels, then deleting their account to stay anonymous. If this happens to you, make sure you counter it and report it to YouTube. They are aware of the situation. Yeah, unfortunately, they're aware of the wrong situation, which is both you and your boyfriend are fucking retarded. Because you don't know a thing. You know absolutely nothing about copyright and fair use. Whoever it is that's putting a copyright claim on your video, they are not false strikes. You and your boyfriend are the one doing the false striking. Literally trying to find this tweet. She's done a music video? Ugh. There we go! So, this was a tweet which she retweeted, which was sent to John Swan. If you remember, I mentioned that the video he uploaded got taken down, which he then had to re-upload. This was what he got. We apply our policies consistently regarding on who flags content. Your video was flagged by many users before being removed. Fucking show it, or it didn't happen. The team reviewed your appeal and confirmed that the video did violate our harassment policies. More on those policies here. Well, that's... How did that violate... But here's a video they're talking about.
Suzy Lu. There have been many reports on her. Serial copyright abuser. Hypocrite. Egomaniac. But I'm not interested in all that. After many nights of contemplation and thinking, I came up with a hypothesis. For such a big forehead, how is Suzy Lu so very dumb? And then that begs the further question, just how big is Suzy Lu's forehead? I couldn't let it rest. I tried all possible avenues, but nothing seemed to work. In the end, I decided that I had to book my flight to Scotland to visit Suzy Lu herself. But certain events prevented me from doing so. One night, while I was laying in bed, a revelation came to me. I remembered a video from a few years ago by Meme Insider, where they approximated the size of Jack's film's forehead. They used a method of finding one standardized object in the frame to compare with an object in real life so that the pixels could be used as a means of calculating the size of his noggin. So, with this in mind, the search was on. I looked high and low for anything that could be used as a reference. After scouring hours of footage, I decided to turn to Instagram. And that's when I had my first major breakthrough. This photo was previously up on Suzy Lou's Instagram. She deleted it after I publicised the measurements of her forehead on Twitter, whereupon she decided to take down my tweet with a privacy complaint. Yes, she actually filed a privacy complaint against me for using a public Instagram post. Thank goodness I downloaded it. This post shows her earphones, which seem to be Apple EarPods. Apple EarPods come in one standard size, so all I had to do was measure the length of the cord from the end of the earpod to the place where it merges into one cord. I found a program that could tell me the exact length of a freehand line in pixels. I drew the line, and it came out to 796 pixels. From my own measurements, the length of the cord from the end of the earpod to the place where it merges into one cord is 34 centimeters. So we have our first set of measurements to put into our equation. Then I needed to measure the size of Suzy Lou's forehead in pixels, which came to 190 pixels. Plugging this into our equation, we can do some simple cross multiplication to find x. And x, the size of Suzy Lou's forehead, is a whopping 8.12 centimeters or 3.1 inches tall. That is bigger than anyone else in the original list created by Meme Insider, including Jack's Films, which makes Suzy Lou the forehead champion. But as a final measurement, we needed to see what percentage of Suzy Lou's face was taken up by her forehead. When I did the math, 31% of her face was taken up by her forehead, which places her among the top competitors on Meme Insider's original list. But we also went one step further. We did an AI X-ray to figure out the size of Suzy Lou's brain, just to see if that can give us any insight. Well, that explains a lot.
Now, you could potentially argue that's harassment. However, it's not. It's not harassment. It's literally John just mucking about. That's all it is. It's just a joke. We appreciate that you re-uploaded an edited copy of the video that complies with our policies and does not include repeated attacks based on someone else's appearance. We also looked into your concerns regarding copyright abuse and did not find any evidence of that. Well, quite clearly you were looking at the wrong fucking end. And there's tons of proof that what she is doing and her boyfriend are doing is wrong. I mean, for starters, they are reacting to... They're putting full-length videos of an anime they're watching on their channel, full length, not edited, meaning most of that video that they upload doesn't belong to them. Ergo, a big company that owns the rights to that anime, they can come and strike it. They can strike that video, or they can put a copyright claim on it, meaning they'll get all the revenue. And apparently what I've just also found out is Suzy has removed the likes and dislikes and disabled comments. Oh, Suzy, you are an idiot. Although, if I'm being perfectly honest, your boyfriend's an even bigger idiot and a bit of a retard. I was trying to find a better word, but no, I couldn't think of anything other than retard. Here's the reason why.
For you to give criticism, you require respect. I need to respect your opinion enough to take your criticism. If you're a random little cuff on the internet who's never shown any interest in my channel or absolutely anything that I've done before, I don't respect you, and therefore, your criticism is fnick nonsense.
Yeah, well, you're talking out your ass, mate. What the actual hell? Like, for real? That's how you're gonna respond? Like, if we've not seen any of your videos and don't support, then you do not respect us, meaning our opinion of our criticism is absolute nonsense. Right. 1 minute. Yep. No. Yeah, no, I cannot find it. I cannot find the logic there in my shelves. That is absolute crap, and that is just stupid. I mean, that is just absolutely stupid. That's like every episode of Kitchen Nightmares right from the start, which is something you need. You need people from the outside to critique. I mean, that's what Kitchen Nightmares is great at. You got restaurant owners and chefs who have this restaurant which isn't doing well, and they don't know what the fuck is wrong with it, so they call in Chef Ramsay, who they know, to explain what is wrong. But of course, right at the start, they think he's full of shit, and they don't believe him. Until he shows it out to them. When Rika sent me that tweet from Dakar Alatrez, there was more added to it, which was that what she's trying to do now is sell again all her videos, but instead through Patreon, which closed her account and banned her. Good job, guys. She will do it directly from herself, so she avoids both commission costs from third parties, DMCA claims, copyright issues, etc. I'm probably going to need a lawyer to help me out with that one. The problem is, when after being notified by a couple of anime company representatives about being sued by them, she not only went rampage on her Twitter telling everyone, no, the claims are all fake, they are all trolls, but at the same time she actually moved from website hosting Abello, a shady offshore web hosting which provides certain cover-up for illegal websites, gambling, pornography, social media, etc. So she was pretty aware she was going to be struck by the law, and instead stopping this and at least keeping on her profile, she was moving and uploading anime reactions anyway there. Yep. I think that's probably the only good thing I can really say about Suzy and her boyfriend Stejo. Their stupidity makes for very entertaining videos against them. That's probably the only good thing about them I can see, because they are so I have no words. That is just what? I mean, if you were to upload them to those videos completely, you wouldn't be getting those claims if you edited the video and actually critiqued it. But you're not. You're uploading the video with the anime in a small box in the corner with it going start to finish with you saying bugger all through it. Almost bugger all. You say like a couple lines here and there, but they're not criticizing it and they're not transformative. It's like you're just watching the anime and letting everyone else watch it. That's why your videos are getting striked. That's why your videos are getting copyright claims and the videos are resulting in being taken down. And these two just aren't understanding that. They're saying that these are copyright trolls and that all of the claims that I've made on these videos are bullshit. No, it's not. They are absolutely legitimate. They are legitimate claims, and the videos you are making, because they're unedited, are wrong. They are illegal and are perfectly valid reasons to be striked. The only issue is, you and your boyfriend don't understand that. There's something Suzy once said.
Fair use is such a gray area. That's the thing. Like, fair use will only ever really be decided by a judge in court. So I sent the video to YouTube, asked them about fair use, and YouTube took it down. Fair use will only ever really be decided by a judge in court.
Uh-huh. Well, in fairness, I really do hope that these two wake the fuck up. And I do hope that they're both Suzy and Cjo are taken to court for this matter. If they're allegedly being sued, I want it to actually happen. And not only that, I want it videoed and thrown onto the internet. Just so we could see how it all goes and how they respond. That is what I want. Because I've got a feeling to many people this is going to be absolute justice. For all the shit they've put us through, well, not me, but channels bigger than me who she can't affect. It's perfect justice. Because she'll have a go at any YouTuber who talks back, criticizes her negatively, or insults her. And yet, when the same thing happens or steals her content, which she has copyright to, which is, no, she doesn't, but when it happens to her, it's almost like, this is bullshit, what I'm doing is right. Who are these trolls? Wake the fuck up, you stupid bitch. And Cjo, I think you might need to go back to law school.
I have a law degree, and one of the main focuses was international intellectual property law, which, apart from being a mouthful, is a really interesting subject. It's about how people protect their intellectual property via like design rights, patents, trademarks, and copyright.
I really think you do. If you actually got something from that, if you actually do have a degree, you should know better. But from this, what we're seeing, you clearly fucking don't. And quite clearly, everything you learnt went in one ear and straight out the other. Which is basically like me in finance. That's what I was like in finance. In fact, in finance class, I wasn't doing anything. I just went, I don't want to do this, I'm just going to doodle. That I really wish I was joking. I was in finance class, and instead of actually doing work, I was just drawing pictures. Because I was just like, what the fuck's this got to do? And then like, nope, I don't care. Yu-Gi-Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh. Ooh, Bakugan. That's what I was doing. Because it didn't have an interest in me. But Cjo has actually gone to law school, most likely because it's something he wanted to do. He wanted to be a lawyer. And now everything's gone out the window. So, yeah, I can basically, I've got a feeling if Cjo did see this video, this would be his reaction to it.
For you to give criticism, you require respect. I need to respect your opinion enough to take your criticism. If you're a random little cuff on the internet who's never shown any interest in my channel or absolutely anything that I've done before, I don't respect you, and therefore, your criticism is fnick nonsense.
And my reaction to him would be, yeah, well, at least I'm not a hypocrite. So, yes. Yes. Is there any more by the car? Ooh. Yes. Yes. The car has more information. She's hosted on Abello, they don't respond to DMCAs and do not act on DMCAs. Wow. There was another. Oh, she knows she's violating copyright. Low occupancy on the anime in video so that the YouTube content ID bots don't pick it up. Using a host that doesn't act on DMCA complaints. Wow. You know all the criminals that are in prison? I think Suzy and Sejo are probably some of the biggest criminals alive right now. Because what they're doing is they are stealing people's content, uploading it as their own, and not only that, but they are hiding from the copyrights using sites like Abello. I could use with a real proper link to that, by the way. And whatever the hell Cloudflare is, which don't act on DMCAs, nor do they respond to them.
We found a subdomain that showed the host that Suzy was using. All the others are using Cloudflare, which is basically to hide your host, hide your IP, all that kind of crap. But this was unmasked. For some weird reason, Suzy Lou's security is really top notch. And we see the host is Abello Host BV. Now, if you know anything about website hosts, Abello Host BV is basically a host used for anonymity. 8chan was hosted there for a while, so that's the kind of level we're talking about here in terms of keeping anonymous. Basically, these people, Abello Host, what they do is they're a service that basically ignores DMCA takedown notices. So if an anime company tried to send a DMCA to them, they would ignore it because they are based in the Netherlands and they legally don't have to, they're not required to honor DMCA takedown requests. Even if you're based in another country, generally hosts do it anyway to keep themselves out of legal trouble, but they've just taken the avenue of not complying at all with DMCA. So anything that's hosted on their servers is not going to be taken down, and that's why 8chan used these people for a long time.
I mean, if I'm honest, those two sites, Cloudflare and Abello, should be shut down and heavily investigated. And the people who run those two things should be arrested. Because two things. One, that is criminal. Not because, and what makes it criminal is they are not abiding by the law. They're not abiding by copyright law. And two, they're basically helping two other YouTubers who done the exact same thing on YouTube and other sites they're a part of, and that's basically aiding and abetting. So that's 2 counts those two sites are looking at. Rika said that if something like this were to properly come out, it would probably be what did he say? I think this new info which just surfaced could be a nice nail for her coffin, since her own site is basically the last fortress in which she can hold up. Yes, I agree. I really wish I had more words right now. Like, I really, really wish I had actual... At this point, I wish I was Suzy Dent, who knows all the words throughout all of time, so that I can actually find words to describe Suzy and Stejo and this... Fuck. Something else I wish. At this point, I actually wish I had a camera that could actually record in HD, so you could actually actively see my reaction to all of this crap going on. Because let me point something out, this is not okay. What also isn't okay is going to these two people and sending them tweets or comments telling them to just kill themselves or shit. I mean, that's too far. Even I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't even go as far as saying they need a hiding. What they do need, though, is a serious wake-up call from, like, a bunch of lawyers, and whoever her YouTube partner is at YouTube, he should be investigated and arrested, which is actually something that's going on. Because apparently, Google is now investigating this, along with a bunch of other anime companies like TV Tokyo and Funimation. They're investigating this. When are we gonna get, like, the FBI or Interpol? Like, actual police authorities. Because to be perfectly honest, this is criminal at its best. This is stealing. There's so many layers of stealing, and these two are so blatantly oblivious. Fucking hell. This is the thing that makes YouTube shit. Everything people say about Suzy and Seja, about them being hypocrites and what they're doing is illegal, completely 100% correct. And if I'm honest, there's a chance I'll probably make another video on this at some point. I really do have a feeling, because many YouTubers have made multiple videos on her and her boyfriend. No, you fucking didn't. You got the certificates from law out of a fucking cereal box, mate. I'm gonna end this here because, like, I have no other words, and I'm just gonna keep repeating myself. Special thanks to Rika for showing me that tweet. Yeah, what she's doing is absolutely illegal, and she deserves to be taken off all social media platforms and also arrested, as well as her boyfriend. If anyone else has any information on anything to do with this, let me know in the comments. I think this time I'll probably just let it accumulate, so I have a lot more information to go on. I mean, obviously, watching videos about this also helps, but additional information can be very, very useful. The tweet that Rika left me, I will link that in the description. And I think the best thing any of us can really do at this point is pray. Pray that justice is finally served. Pray that her partner in YouTube gets the fucking sack. And pray these who do get taken to court and lose. And hopefully, to be perfectly honest, jailed. I'm not saying for a very long time. Actually, at first glance, I probably would have said not for a very long time. But after all the videos I've seen, I've seen them for like a couple years or more. That's all we can hope for and pray for. I'm going to... I think I'm just gonna go watch some Blue's Clues and You, really. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go do that. Oh yeah, did I not mention, I've brought it up in a video I've already pre-recorded, which shows a new Blue's Clues. Yeah. I've watched everything on it, and... yeah. This has made me angry. I've got a feeling that could probably help calm me down, so... yeah.